Hello, fellow language educators around the globe. This is Professor Noel YU, and I welcome you to this YouTube channel entitled UNX, committed to provide you educational videos where learning and teaching expertise meet. Last time, we were talking about the three major ingredients in how to teach English to young learners. What are they again? Exactly. We have MSG components: movement, songs, and games. And of course, we have heard some positive comments from our subscribers and to all our educators who are watching the videos. Here are some of them. And with that being read, we are more than thankful for the love that you are sharing with us. Today is another exciting episode because we will have the second part on how to teach vocabulary to young learners. And today we are going to talk about food. Before we start this video, I made sure that all the teaching materials and all the teaching tools are already prepared. Okay, for the teaching materials, we do have here a party hat. We do have here some flashcards for food category. We do have here a tray to make it dramatic, although we can also use a toy box or a mystery box. Or for some flashcards, we do have, of course, some battle caps, and then you put sticker on each of them. Let's start. Okay, there are several parts of the lesson. It varies from system to system, from school to school, from teacher to teacher. But for the sake of simplicity, brevity, and conciseness, let us use here, of course, three-step model, which is IPF. So IPF stands for introduction, practice, and feedback. Or sometimes we call that IDC, introduction, discussion, and conclusion. So, let's begin. For the introductory part of the lesson, make sure that you are following the rule of the thumb, which is to model instruction. Especially when we're teaching kids, we have to follow that it has to be teacher first before the kids. So say the words first, or vocabulary first, or the words that you are going to teach to your students so that they will follow the correct pronunciation of the words. This is the area of the teaching process wherein mimicry, repetition, and imitation counts, and for the students to remember. Let us remember, repeat to remember to repeat. Just a soundbite here, I think you have heard about the word scaffolding. In the field of education, the term scaffolding refers to the process wherein teachers model or demonstrate how to solve a problem, how to pronounce the words, and then they step back, offering support as needed or to reinforce learning. Psychologist and instructional designer Jerome Bruner first used the term scaffolding. All right, kids, attention here. Listen and repeat. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Fries and drinks, fries and drinks. Donut, donut, donut. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Hamburger, hamburger, hamburger. That was the first part of the lesson. And of course, for the lesson introduction, it is very important for the teacher to build vocabulary words, say the words correctly so that the students will be able to repeat after you, and in order, of course, to follow or imitate your correct pronunciation. So it's about drill, drill, drill for habit formation. For the second part of the lesson, that's reinforcement, or we call that practice. So this is the area wherein the kids, of course, will have to say the words. You can do chanting here, or you can provide, of course, whether individual or group practices. So you must see the technical practice or the task that is strengthened so that you will be able to recognize if the lesson at hand is being understood by the students. You can incorporate songs here or games. Here's an example of a lesson practice. Let's use chanting here. Mealtime, mealtime, eat, eat, eat. What do you have for your meal? We have a hamburger. Mealtime, mealtime, eat, eat, eat. What do we have for our meal? We do have, what is this? A sandwich. And you may continue. Now let us have the third part of the lesson. For the third part of the lesson, we call it lesson feedback. That's the letter F. This is the area wherein you will be able, of course, to see if the students can already do it by themselves. So, I think you have heard about the word evidence of learning. Well, learning is intangible. Let us draw inspiration from Pearson and Gallagher in 1983 when they mention about gradual release of responsibility. Here's a soundbite about gradual release of responsibility. The gradual release of responsibility model of instruction suggests that cognitive work should shift slowly and intentionally from teacher modeling, that's the first one, and then joint responsibility between readers and listeners, between audience and the listeners at hand, or between teachers and students, to independent practice, and then lastly, the application of learning. So the last part of the lesson is where the teacher can see increased level of awareness, recognize strengths and areas for improvement so that you can identify actions to be taken to improve performance and potential of your learner. So here, you will be able to see areas of opportunities.
Mealtime, mealtime, eat, eat, eat. What do you have for your meal?
Mealtime, mealtime, eat, eat, eat. What do you have for your meal?
One more time.
Mealtime, mealtime, eat, eat, eat. What do you have for your meal?
There you have it, fellow language educators around the globe. I hope you have learned something from this episode, as we have suggested a threefold methodology for teaching vocabulary to young learners. So we do have I, P, and F. Introduction, practice, and feedback. Feel free to comment down below, and of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button or hit the bell notification icon so that you won't miss any of our educational videos. Before we say goodbye, we are encouraging you to watch another episode which is all about toys that would be fun.